Come on, really? A solar eclipse? This is not how the Inky was supposed to start.
But it's been a long time since we had some action in every beginning of each and every Terraria video, so you know what? We'll just have it in here. So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlepugs. Tis I, your lord, the King Pug Gaming, and welcome back to episode 10 of this Let's Play the Calamity Mod Season 1. So if y'all couldn't tell what's going on right now, I'm stuck in a solar eclipse. And stuck with a lot of monsters. But they're not all too dangerous. Besides, I got super overpowered weapons, so they ain't too big of a threat. Also, I gotta announce this. TmodLoader is gonna be updating to 1.4.4 in August of this year. So, a lot of the mods that I'm playing with right now, ImkSushi, Luiafk, Calamity, and all those other mods that are especially quality flash mods, especially Veinminer, are gonna be outdated. So, I can't use them probably for the next few months. And I'm probably not gonna be uploading anything throughout August until November. My decision, and I just made it. I was honestly expecting Makron to be here, but I guess we're not in the right solar eclipse just yet. Well then, we killed all mech bosses last time, but today, we're not going to be fighting any other normal Calamity boss. We're actually going to be fighting the Desert Scourge's lost relative. That being
Aquatic Scourge.
And also from after we killed every single mechanical boss. You can tell from all the crafting recipes that we saw last time, all the souls that they dropped. Sight, Might, and Fright, along with Hollow Bars, are actually going to be able to help us with multiple different crafting recipes that can benefit us in the future. And you know what? I actually feel like taking a look at those once the solar eclipse ends, which is going to happen in the next few seconds. So, I'm just gonna keep killing mobs, and then we'll get straight to work. Thanks for the banners, y'all. Oh, 3 banners in a row. Excuse me. Word? We get the bat hook now from the solar eclipse? Well then, I guess we don't need to do the pumpkin moon for that anymore. Alright, let's store everything we got from the solar eclipse into these chests. I don't expect there to be much. Of course there isn't. But we can keep Neptune's shell, because we need that for the moon shell. And the moon charm was only dropped by werewolves, so... let's see. Where should I put the shell? Aha! There we go. And also, we got a lot of things. Let's take care of all of these, and then I'll get the hollow bars. And then, let's see what we can make. And there we go. And also, I never showed y'all the new ore that spawned in the Hallow biome. Huzzah! It's hallowed ore! Yep, it's this glowy stuff. Oh, and look at that. We are able to mine it with a titanium adamantite pickaxe. And if we can actually look at the crafting recipe correctly, let's see, let's grab hallowed ore. It should act glows in the dark. Let's do it. Yep, we can make hallowed bars with ore. Now, this is a reference to the Unleveled Mod, which is a mod that existed on tconfig and was one of Terraria's most popular mods for a very, very long time. That was the first mod that I ever saw that had hallowed ore and hallowed bars, well, before 1.2 came out. So yeah, now that we got hallowed ore thanks to Calamity, no more mech boss farming. But you can still farm them if you want more Soul of Might, Sight, and Fright, or if you want more money. Okay, now let's get some upgrades done. But first, here's the first actual craft from the mod today. The Majestic Guard. 125 true melee damage. 33% crit chance. Average speed, yet insane knockback. It is still a material. Lowers enemy defense by 1 with every single strike. If the enemy's defense is 0 or below, your attacks will heal you. And to make it, you need a titanium or adamantite sword and 15 souls of might. That's it. Wow! Now that's what I call a big sword. Alright, now the Pondage Hammer. 375 melee damage. That's a lot! 43% crit chance, snail speed, insane knockback. It's still a material. Throws a heavy, gravity-affected hammer that creates a loud blast of hallowed energy when it hits something. There is a 20% chance for the hammer to home in on a target. Homing hammers summon an additional spectral hammer on hit and are guaranteed to land a critical hit. And to make it, you need the Pontage Hammer, 7 Hollow Bars, 3 Souls of Fright, 3 Souls of Might, and 3 Souls of Sight. Yeah. Whoa, that is pretty slow. But it looks really cool, not gonna lie. But from the last versions, it used to be a post-mech boss Paladin's Hammer, but I don't mind the change. What's this from the recipes? There is another weapon that we can craft from the Calamity Mod. And it's the Biome Blade! Yay! 143 melee damage, 33% crit chance, average speed, insane knockback. It's still a material. Does nothing. Yet, repairing the blade seems to have improved its attuning capacities. Hold down the right mouse button while standing still on flat ground to attune the weapon to the powers of the surrounding biome. Use the right mouse button otherwise switches between the current attunement and the extra stored one. There is none right now, and to make it, you need the Broken Biome Blade, 1 Soul of Fright, 1 Soul of Might, 1 Soul of Sight, 2 Pixie Dust, and 10 Stardust. Perfect. Well, it is smaller, but we still have a deadly Biome Blade, indeed. Alright then, let's really test out the Majestic Guard. Let's get rid of our Cold Divinity and see what the Majestic Guard is all about. And since the Astral Infection biome is the closest biome to us, we can see just how powerful it really is. Okay, Cryostone.
Please get out of my inventory, please and thank you.
Now, let's check it out. Not bad. It does heal me if enemy's defense is below 0, which is a good thing. But I'm not getting healed too much because most of the enemy's defense is really high. But with a melee weapon this big, it's not going to be that hard to decrease it. And besides, because of the size of the Majestic Guard, nothing can get close to me. And of course, in the past, some people have compared this weapon to the Vertex of Excalibur from the Exo Avalon and T-Config Avalon mods. They may not look exactly the same, but from my preference, they're both powerful true melee weapons. And that's what we love about them. Alright, I'm gonna do a quick test now. Does the Biome Blade work in the Astral Infection biome? Alright, let's try it. It does!
Much better than before.
Wait, what did I just do? Aha! So charging up the attack allows me to slam the blade into the ground, and that creates an astral monolith once I impact it. Ooh, now that's interesting. And I'm invincible while doing it? Excuse me? Whew, that's amazing. Alright y'all, there's another melee weapon that we can craft with Hollow Bars and all 3 mech boss souls before I move on to fight the Aquatic Scourge. And to make it, we also need Cursed Flames. Something we don't have, but because we're in hard mode, and we can still fight and kill the Eater of Worlds, I don't think that's too big of an issue. Right, ladies and Gentlepugs? I think I get the aspect of the Astral Infection Biome Blade. As soon as we let this thing charge up, and there's enough, slam it into the ground, and bam, 5 Astral Monoliths will appear. And you can summon as many as you like, as long as you charge up the blade. Whew, very interesting. You know what? I think I need some new wings. And also, there is another orb that I've discovered in the snow biome that spawned pretty much right after we killed Cryogen. So, let's go check it out. Ladies and Gentlepugs, Cryonic Ore. This is the ore that spawned as soon as we killed Cryogen. And we can mine it with an adamantite and titanium pickaxe, but I got a pickaxe axe just so I can mine it faster now. Now, know what I'm thinking? Because we have the ImkSushi Mod installed, we can just simply turn Ichor into Cursed Flames. Yes, perfect. And it will make running the Cursed Flames a little bit easier for me, instead of trying to fight the Hive Mind, which are Corruption Floating Island, Evil Island specifically, is stuck in space. Again. Hey yo, remember that thing I told you about when we first discovered arrow signs after we killed the perforators? Well, guess what? There's also a hard mode ore slime that spawns in the snow biome. We have cryonic slime. Beans! So, we don't just have to mine, we can also kill some mobs for it. But, see, there's a cryonic. No, that's just a spiked ice slime. Okay? I can get my slimes confused sometimes, but when I see it, I'll show ya. See, there it is, y'all. There is a cryo slime, and it drops cryotic ore, and plenty amounts of it too. So, no need to mind. Alright then, now let's get some cryotic bars and see what we can make. I don't guarantee it's a lot though. Oh, look at that. We already had curse flames, so didn't have to turn the hiker into curse flames for anything. So now we can just make this weapon right here, the Catastrophe Claymore. 156 melee damage, 35% crit chance, slow speed, extremely strong knockback. It's still a material. Fire sparkles, which inflict frostbite, hellfire, or ichor. And to make it, you need 10 hella bars, 5 cursed flame or ichor, 3 souls of fright, 3 souls of might, and 3 souls of sight. Ooh, a large one. Alright, those are colorful projectiles.
Your weapon called Catastrophe Claymore.
Alright then, now that we're about to fight the Aquatic Scourge pretty soon, let's just go ahead and craft the entire hallowed armor set. The defense, the melee and summoner sets. Alright, and there we go. But we gotta remember that the effectiveness of this armor has been nerfed. Alright then, let's get ready to fight this boss. First of all, we gotta craft Seafood, which summons the Aquatic Scourge. When used in the Sulphur Sea, it will enrage outside the Sulphur Sea, and it's not consumable. And to make it, you need 20 sulphur sand, 10 starfish, and 5 shark fins. And boom, there we go. We got it. Now, let's store everything except for the potions back into place. Darn it, but I'm just wondering though, will my weapons do anything against the Aquatic Scourge? That's why we're at the Sulphur Sea, to find out. Alrighty then, muff it up. Okay. This is an entire ocean. We got no arena, that's fine. There's a third icicle out there. Okay, let's pick up the bewitching table once again. And then, you know, spawn the Aquatic Scourge. There he is. Hello, Aquatic Scourge. And yeah, he's passive aggressive. Oh, you don't have as much health as the Destroyer. You might as well be an easier version of him. You ducky! Alright. Here we go again. Why do I still have these? That's why I died. Because of the healing potion. Oh, the Nimbus Cloud erased them already. That does it. No! Wait. Close death victory again! The sulfuric sky darkens. The Aquatic Scourge has been defeated. Well, it's not technically close death because I already died. And now, a toxic downpour has fallen over the sulfurous sea. That victory. I can't believe it. Me twice. But I got to get the kill as soon as I died. I think it was thanks to either the Frostbite or the Frostburn debuff, both of which are stupidly powerful past 1.4.1. I sure have missed you, Acid Rain. Pretty sure y'all got some more mobs to throw at me now. Yep, as expected. Great Veinminer. Now there's a mini-boss in this mod. Well, this biome specifically. And so is that. Oh, you are pretty dangerous. Gotta watch out for you. Seems like we got something new. Sulfur's Grabber occasionally releases a ring of colored bubbles. The yo-yo powers up after touching a green bubble. And it's very agile. Oh, I see. It spawns in more bubbles as soon as it touches a green one. Okay. Now we have the relics of both of the Scourges. Now, let's look here. The Aquatic Scourge, another one's grand serpent, well adapted to its harsh environs. Unlike the other Scourge, which was half-starved and chasing scraps for its next meal, it lived comfortably. Microorganisms evolve rapidly, so it was able to maintain its filtered feeding habits as the sea putrefied. What a stark contrast to the rest of the ecosystem. Nearly every other creature in the Sulfur Sea is hostile. A shame that its last bastion of tranquility has fallen. Aw, poor Aquatic Scourge. The Sulfur Sea. This seaside has never been pleasant, though it has seen far better days. Incessant fumes rising from the industry of Azifer inundate the water with caustic ions. Yet still, the hardy life adapted, no doubt aided by Silva as she burrowed through to the underworld. Long considered uninhabitable, its further deterioration led Drayden to designate it as a dumping ground. Years of careless mass waste disposal has now left the coast's transformation irreversible. Now that's bad omen. Excuse me for a moment, I accidentally threw away the Aquatic Scourge's treasure bag, and now I gotta go kill him again. Hooray! Alright y'all, I got my Aquatic Scourge treasure back now. Okay, gotta get in there and grab it from the water before I drown. Just do that. It'll make things easier for me. And use my mount to get out before I'm killed by sulfur poisoning. There we go. Now, I'll tell y'all why I didn't use the Punish Hammer in this fight. Alright, there, the Aquatic Scourge has been raised, and watch, look at the crits. It absolutely tears the Aquatic Scourge apart. And there's nothing he can do to stop it. I feel bad for the guy, or for the worm. Alright then, now that we got the treasure bag back, let's see what's inside. Oh boy, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so now we got a new summoner weapon, Baronautical, the Scourge of the Sea. Oh, it's the same gas that killed me a few times. Well, hey, we got a new minion. Oh, it's a nice little brittle star from the Aquatic Scourge. Nice. And we have the Aquatic Emblem. This is basically the same thing as the, what is it? The Ocean Crest, except it's much more effective. Oh, and we got some diving accessories too. Deep Diver, 8 defense, 15% increased damage, movement speed, and plus 15 defense while underwater. While underwater, you gain the ability to dash great distances. That's effective. And the Corrosive Spine. Okay, that's for Rogue, so no way I'm gonna use that in this series. A Bleached Angling Kit. Okay, not bad. So y'all, that's the end of this episode of Calamity. We may have only fought one boss, but the Aquatic Scourge did give me a run for my money a few times. But, besides that, we beat him. Well, it wasn't that easy. He had less health than the Destroyer, but he was more bullet hell-like. So, until next time, y'all, I hope y'all have enjoyed watching me lose my sanity, and as always, thanks for watching, y'all. Have a nice day, and stay pugtastic. Tune in for the lores of both the Aquatic Scourge and the Sulfurous Sea. Lore of the Aquatic Scourge, the long-lost relative of the Desert Scourge, mutated by the toxic sulfuric waters above the abyss. Due to its adaptations to thrive in the sulfuric ocean, an ample food supply of catfish and flounder is far less aggressive than its relative. Those that venture to the sulfuric ocean should exercise caution, however. as the sea beast is still a carnivorous predator and will immediately attack if provoked. Lore of the sulphurous sea, a festering shore, where waves hiss upon lapping the crumbling stone of the beach. This is the sulphur sea, where the air stings your eyes, and each breath is a labor. Centuries ago, this was an ordinary coast, where the sun glimmered across blue waters, and fish danced in the light. A paradise, yet to Yarum, a more simple too. Nothing more than a tomb for disposal of the dead who are of no importance. The beginning of Yarum's rule was unimaginably harsh, far worse than those who came before him. His first action upon taking the throne was to enforce control upon much of the surrounding kingdoms, cities, and capitals. He succeeded in it all. Any who resisted further had the people massacred and captured to serve under inhuman conditions, where they often collapsed and ended their own lives to escape a worse fate. Inevitably, the body count rose. This increased further until finally, given no other options to dispose of the bodies, Yarum turned to what is now the Sulphur Sea. At first, it was but a gradual flow of corpses, only those of which could not be contained within the dungeon's crypts. This continued for quite some time, until a threat soon arose from the spirits of the dead, a raging amalgamation of hatred and desires, which tore through any of the forces sent to dispose the bodies into the dungeon. Yarum realized it would be unwise to feed morsels to the growing threat. Thus, he began to dispose more of the corpses into the far ocean. The once crystal clear waters turned dark with blood and entrails of many, choking life out of its waters. This process destroyed the delicate and precious ecosystem. Only the hardiest and most desperate of the creatures in its bay clung on to that last hope, and soon had to adapt to the toxic environment. As the years passed, the water suffered only more offenses, serving further despicable purposes, such as the containment of Silva, the dumping grounds for the runoff of Drayden's experiment. At last, Yarum's rule as a tyrant had been solidified, allowing no resistance. His anger was pacified, the flow of corpses was stemmed, and the cruel practice had ended. However, the damage was done. The sea was irreparably ruined, though now, centuries later, the only trace of the assault on the ecosystem is the stained beach and poisoned water. Dangerous and toxic creatures swim within its murky waters, devouring any life which would stray into their presence. This is the Sulphurous Sea, a story, an example of the extent of the tyrant's tragic rule.